Welcome to this month's edition of Audio in Multimedia, where we will help you understand what audio is and its importance to the multimedia industry.
Today, we've got our guest speaker Mike Fader, an audio producer from Sharp Studios, whose role includes selecting songs and musicians, controlling recording sessions, and supervising the process of recording a session. But of course, they're not limited to these jobs. Now, I'm the one asking all the obvious questions today, so tell us, Mike, what is audio?
It could be simple to say. Audio is sound produced within an acoustic range that is available to human hearing. So, for example, if a person was singing, the air fluctuations emanating from the physical source is called sound, while audio is the coding or storing of the sound, which people often get confused with.
Since the audio and sound are two different things, what kind of equipment do you use to record sound with?
Well, obviously, with the popularity of mobile phones, we are able to record anything nearly anywhere. But handheld recorders are common for news interviews or press coverages, and sound studios, like where I'm from, use from mixing boards to microphones and so much to record and produce audio. Of course, though, there are two representations of the recorded medium after.
Two representations? What do you mean by that?
I mean that there are two representations, exactly what I said. But really, analog and digital recordings are what I'm talking about. Analog sound is electrical waves that vary in a way that is the same or analogous to the actual compression-expansion cycles of sound itself. With analog recordings, their signal is reproduced and the electrical wave is converted to acoustic energy in the headphones or speakers. Where digital sound is a sound wave sampled at a constant rate, typically multiples of 44.1 or 48 Hz, also being pulses recorded at a selected bit depth, generally 16, 24, or 32-bit.
If I were to record something here at school and upload it to, say, InstaSound, I can do that, right?
Well, if there's any music in the background, that could get you into a bit of trouble because of something called copyright. Copyright protects the expansion of an idea, giving rights to its owner, ultimately encouraging people to create. Here in Australia, we don't need to register for copyright because copyright protection is automatic. If you were just listening to music through your headphones, if it's purchased or downloaded, that's not copyright. If you downloaded it illegally, that can cost you with fines up to $60,500.
I don't even make that much money in a year. So that's about music. What if in the video I uploaded something that had another person talking in it? I don't need to ask them because they already knew I was recording.
Obviously, it depends on what country you're in and their laws towards it. But it's not ethical to record without their knowledge or consent when uploading it. It's simple that you can't record in a location where someone would expect to have privacy. You could be breaking the law or just being plain rude.
Would that have anything to do with intellectual property?
If it refers to the creations of the mind, including inventions such as literary, artistic works, designs and symbols used in commerce, it is protected by the law like copyright, patents and trademarks. So if you make a music video with an original song to use in a competition per se, technically speaking, that's covered by intellectual property because it's a creation of your own work.
And how would I save that from the internet afterwards?
If you upload the audio to media, that's referred to as streaming. It means when you play the media on one device, when it's saved to another. This includes files from Netflix or Pandora Radio. Streaming happens in real-life time. That means it goes onto your computer like water flowing from a tap. But alternatively, you can download or non-stream, which means you have to wait for the whole thing to download before you see anything. The trouble with this is time. You can lose your patience while waiting.
Well, I don't feel like a clever cookie now. Thanks, Mike, for telling us today about how audio works. As for you kids, we'll see you in the next edition.
Created using Powtoon.